get to it. Welcome back, people. You know what it is. Trash Talking with the Old Heads. I'm your host, Dante, along with my partners in crime, Greg C. What it do, bro?
Yeah. You know what it is, baby. No excuses. Play like a champion. We halfway through the list. Let's go.
Hey,
Let's
we
get
almost there, baby. JW, what it do, bro?
What's happening? When I play, excuse me. I mean, when you can play like a champion, you talking about playing like a champion, you can be a champion. Them Florida Gators.
Boy,
Don't sound like
know
you
what
was
I'm
playing
saying?
like a champion just near you. Hey, you tripped up right there, sir. You're not
did.
playing like a champion right
Had an
now.
old head moment just then, boy. It stuck up on him real quick.
He's struggling out the gate.
I got stuck
Thumbing
because
out the block real slow.
Jumped up on him. That accident jumped up on him.
I'm gonna tell you what I got stuck on. I got my WNBA my WNBA pullover on, right? My hoodie. And I couldn't remember who won the damn championship last year. But I couldn't remember, but it was the
I want to pay us what you order shirts on.
It was New York. No, I ain't got one of those.
And our special guest, Dr. Rick, what's happening with you, bro?
What's going on, man? We don't give a damn about nothing but the Tide around here.
Say that. Show him the shirt, baby. Say that. Nothing but the Tide around this bitch.
What's that cat's name? Willie something?
Oh.
Roll Tide Willie.
Roll Tide Willie.
Barefoot ass Willie.
That's my boy, man. You ain't gonna talk bad about Willie, man. Say that shit again, Rick. I love it. We don't give a piss about what.
Nothing but the Tide.
Nothing but the Tide, baby.
Let's go. We got a whole bunch of also rans. We'll finally get up to the pinnacle over the next.
Yeah. You know what it is.
Yeah.
They already
towards the cream of the crop.
You already know who the Ric Flair is of college football. We all know it. We all know who's gonna win. We gonna by hook or crook.
Don't know
it's the Tide,
what we're doing. Of course, we are ranking the top 12 college football programs since 1980. Since 1980, because basically that's the era in which we all started really watching sports and football, in particular college football. So we're only going with what we know. We can't tell you about the 40s and 50s and all the fake Alabama national titles. We don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know nothing about it. So we're not going to talk about all that. We know about 7 of them fake, though. We do know that. But moving on, you know what I'm saying? Hey, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button before we move any further. Smash that like and subscribe button. Trash Talking with the Old Heads on YouTube. Also, join the Facebook group. We'll be more than happy to have you. Trash Talking with the Old Heads on Facebook. But let's get into these USC Trojans, brothers. And one of those programs, man, that was one of the sexy programs when we was coming up, when we was all in our teens, when we were been in our teens around that time, when they was really doing their thing, early 20s maybe. How old y'all? When USC was really doing their thing with Bush and company.
I was in the mid-20s then.
20s?
Yeah. Mid-20s when that was going on.
Yeah.
Sir.
What am I, 1 year older than you, Rick?
Yeah.
So USC, of course, was founded in 1888. You know, they were a member.
Hold on, Dante. Did you give them their ranking? I don't even know if you gave them their ranking yet.
Right. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and give it to her, bro.
They rank at number 6. I just wanted to put that out there. The number 6 USC Trojans. Carry on.
I'm surprised. Well, no, they had a lot of success there for a minute. They've been kind of shady lately, but they did have a lot of success that led them to that high of a ranking.
Got some dope honorable mentions too. Got some dope honorable mentions that couldn't make it because we talking about the 80s and up.
Right.
When you talking about running lot and the juice man, that's just
right. Of course, they were in the Pac-12. Of course, now they're in the sounds crazy to say this though. The big, what do they call it now? Is it still the Big Ten? Did they change the name?
Well, they will forever. I don't care what they change their name to. Yeah. It's gonna be the Big Ten for me.
It's always the Big Ten, as far as I'm concerned. You know, whatever it is, maybe it's the Big 20 by now, but the big whatever it is right now.
They can have 100. They can have 100.
Right, it's the Big 10. And that just seems so wrong for USC and it's weird, dog. It's just weird, man. I hate what's happened to college football, but I digress. That's for another show. G, run down the particulars on them, though, bro.
No doubt. Again, number.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'll bring that back in a second.
Oh, okay. No doubt, no doubt. Number 6, again, the number 6 USC Fighting Trojans. Fight on. Did I do that right? I didn't do that right. Fight on. But 2 national championships. They won their natties in 2003 and 2004, back-to-back national championships. They had a total of 14 conference championships. Again, this is all since 1980. Again, since 1980, 14 conference chips. Since 1980, this was big. The most Heisman winners in that time span. So over the last 45 years, they've had 5. Let's go through them. We got Marcus Allen. Excuse the little knucklehead girl that just walked down here in the screenshot. Get out of here. Marcus Allen in 1981, Carson Palmer in 2002, Matt Leinart in 2004, Reggie Bush in 2005, and Caleb Williams in 2022. That's huge. 5 Heisman winners. So they had the most out of our top 12 programs. Then you factor in.
They play in the Coliseum. I almost forgot to mention the
Coliseum. Yeah. They play in the Coliseum, LA Coliseum.
You got to mention it. You know what I'm saying?
Sunny California, where it never rains in Southern California.
Whoa. He got freaky. He got freaky on the channel. Whoa.
Pause, man. All right. 378 total wins since 1980. A total of 249 players drafted, not including the Juice because he didn't play in 1980. Then they have 46 weeks as the AP number 1 team since the 1980s. Again, that is the number 6 USC Trojans. So we're going to count backwards. We're going to go number 7, just to remind y'all. Number 7 was the Michigan Wolverines. Number 8, we had the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Number 9, we had the Georgia Bulldogs. Number 10, we have the Clemson Tigers. Number 11, we have the LSU Tigers. And number 12, we have them stinking, raggedy-ass Florida Gators, who our good friend and our special guest had to put down and get back to his roots. Those, and again, this week we had number 6. So if you hadn't checked out the previous episodes, please do so on our YouTube channel, Trash Talking with the Old Heads. Dante, back to you.
All right, sir. Let's get into it, bro. Coach. This one was easy. I think we
super easy.
Coach, you know what I'm saying? We all know who it is, Mr. Carroll.
Right.
It's got to be. It really was no other option for them since 1980. There was really no other option for them. You know what I'm saying? At coach.
The players' coach. The players' coach.
Led them back to prominence. You know what I'm saying? So it had to be him. You know what I'm saying?
A throwback coach. Believe in getting the ball to the running back. A throwback coach for sure.
No doubt. All right, now let's move to QB. We did have a little bit of contention here with the quarterback. JW, you want to give us the quarterback?
Matt Leinart. His credentials.
I tried to get on Palmer.
Well, like we said, if you go with the eye test, then you could go Palmer. Palmer, to me, and I don't mind saying it, even though we went with Matt Leinart, Palmer was the more talented QB, in my opinion. He was the best thrower of the ball, standing tall in the pocket, the whole 9, looks like a quarterback, all of that, all the feel goods. But we're talking college football, and Leinart's accomplishments were just there. Led the Trojans to a national championship in 2003, although it was shared. Who did they share that one with?
LSU.
Okay, and then
Saban,
another one in 2000, and another one in 2004, and narrowly missed a third in 2005. He also won the Heisman, which G has already mentioned. He was a 2-time All-American, and he holds a 37-2 record as a starter. And he's the winningest quarterback in USC history. So we talk about college stats and credentials, it's Matt Leinart.
Yeah, I think you have to go.
Question. It was with question though, because I was with Dante earlier. You know, Carson Palmer, he looks the part. He actually played better, in my opinion, from the eye test. But then when you dive deep into those numbers, again, he had a higher completion percentage, more touchdowns, less interceptions, and although I think we have to recognize the gap in talent that Carson Palmer had to the gap that that Matt Leinart had. And if you want to give credit where credit is really due, it was the Carson Palmer era that launched USC's dominance in the early aughts. For me.
You know what? You know what's funny? You know, when you were mentioning more touchdowns and less turnovers or less interceptions, that didn't matter last week with Michigan. I'm just saying that didn't matter last week when we were trying to pick
go
our
with them.
We were trying to go. We were trying to pick
Mike.
between. We were trying to pick between JJ McCarthy and Harbaugh, the old ball coach, khaki pants, y'all like to call him. None of that mattered last week, Rick. It didn't matter. They the same game manager quarterback. One of them has more everything, and we went with khaki pants because, like Dante said, he had more dog in him. So we went with dog.
We went with khaki pants because khaki pants showed that he had more impact because khaki pants was third in the Heisman Trophy as a Heisman Trophy finalist, and Matt Leinart wasn't a finalist at all. He was ranked 10th in the Heisman voting award. So I know that you like Florida, but JJ ain't your son, Florida Evans.
Rick, real quick. The quarterback for the Wolverines last week. What you thought?
Boy, man, that was rough. I mean, I understand the Heisman thing, man, but boy, I probably would say Harbaugh.
Okay. All right, we can move on. I'm done with it.
Running back USC.
Bring up next Morgan Stanley Dean
and Nebraska, right? USC running back.
Oh boy,
easy. No brainer.
Reggie Bush, Marcus Allen.
Absolutely.
We got to talk about our memories of USC too. This is my memory of USC. One of my fun. Number one, that game against Texas, that was one of the best national championship games I've ever seen. As far as the talent and the playmaking for USC, I know we out of pocket. We done moved in, but we had to talk about it. And my other memory of USC, when they played Bama in 2016, came in there, they fans was talking so much shit, and we beat the dog shit. By the second quarter, they was quiet as church mouse in there.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, roll tide. We beat their ass.
That wasn't for me. Jalen Hurts that day, wasn't it?
It wasn't that?
The birth of Jalen Hurts that
was
day.
The birth of Jalen Hurts, baby. I went out. I made it to Jerry World. I was out there. My first visit to Jerry World. My first and only visit to Jerry World. I got to make some more games.
Everybody remember that game. You remember that championship game. But for me, it's just memories of Reggie Bush. And thinking when you watched him play, like, damn, this might be the greatest college football player I've ever watched run the rock. You know what I'm saying?
What you say?
You watched him play. You know what I'm saying? It was just more about Bush and like, damn, the stuff this dude was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like you were trying to find, of course, we here in the South, you were trying to find their games at that point. You know what I'm saying? Hoping they were on television. You know what I'm saying?
They played late too, so you
had to stay up.
Right. On the FS1. You had to stay up, you know what I'm saying, and watch them, but they were must-see TV. That one run that really just like floored me was when he hit that sideline and then
I know what you're talking about, right?
Juke move, man, that was crazy. That's one of the best runs I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
To this day.
Facts. Nothing but facts. Right. Yeah, it was definitely Reggie Bush. He was one of those ones where you just remember watching him play. You know what I'm saying? I know, like my dad used to say about OJ and all them, you know what I'm saying? Watching Jim Brown, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Just watching him play, it was like, okay, I'm watching some greatness right here. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Reggie Bush. You know what I'm saying? Glad he got his Heisman back too.
No doubt.
He deserved it.
We can't leave out Marcus Allen. I know that he played 2 years in the 70s, but he also played 2 years in the 80s, and he was able to make the list over Ronald Jones and, of course, Lindell White.
Yeah, that 81
dynamic.
season of his was insane. That man had 403 carries, bro. 403 carries for 2,342 yards. Damn. For a college running back. You know, that's crazy, bro.
Nasty. That's nasty work right
The
there.
year before, 354 carries. Crazy, boy. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work.
All right, let's get into these wide receivers. Let's get into the wide outs. You want to run down the list, Rick?
Yeah, so we went with Keyshawn Johnson, Dwayne Jarrett, and Marquise Lee. With honorable mention to Juju Smith-Schuster and Robert Woods.
No
No
doubt.
doubt, no doubt.
A no-brainer. Two-time All-American. You know what I'm saying? He was a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying?
Keyshawn don't have the numbers. I know y'all looking at is y'all just looking at the numbers, but we don't just look at the numbers. We look at impact. And
Right.
Keyshawn was one of those ones.
Yes, he was.
Drafted number 1 overall as a wide receiver. Not too many players get drafted number 1 at wide receiver in the NFL, especially around the time when he got drafted.
Right.
He was one of the first big-bodied wide receivers that started that trend, along with, you know, Randy Moss and all those. But he was one of the first ones to kind of start that trend of getting everybody had to get the next Keyshawn Johnson. That's how much of an impact he was. He also changed the culture of Black history because a lot of folks started naming their kids Keyshawn. Him and Jalen Rose are credited with having started a trend in the names, you know, Keyshawn. But anyway, I digress. We lost Jerry along the way, fellas. But all 4 of us had these 3 wide receivers, right? All 4 of us had Marcus Allen, Marquise Lee, and Keyshawn. Marquise Lee was just a burner. He was a speed merchant extraordinaire. And we all remember Dwayne Jarrett. He was another big body receiver that was a possession receiver that really helped lead that Trojan team in 2004 and 2005 to greatness. Yeah.
I think he tied for the school record in TDs. And of course, your boy Lee, he won the Biletnikoff. So definitely deserving. Those 3 were deserving. All right, fellas, we're at tight end for the USC Trojans. I think we all agreed there was only one option since
one name,
Mr. Fred Davis. I have him as a 2007 Mackey Award winner. I have him for, my numbers say 117 receptions, 1,408 yards, and 13 TDs.
And 2-time All-American in 2000.
All right, tackles. What you got, Jerry?
Tyron Smith and Tony Baselli.
No doubt, no doubt. Munoz, you were a little too early. He was a little too early.
Hey, when I saw his name, I was like, gotta get him in there. But yeah, before that, he played in the 70s, baby. Can't get
all the way in the 70s. Couldn't fit him in, bro. Couldn't get him in.
Another player that I thought about too was Sam Baker.
Right.
Yeah, he was cold. He was cold-blooded too. But they had, USC got some great offensive tackles.
Yeah, they do. Some of them got
at guard, we got Bruce Matthews and Jeff Briegel. Bruce Matthews and Jeff Briegel.
Yes, sir.
We got a couple of All-Americans there. Allen Trophy winner. Who's, of course, the Bruce Matthews, just a Hall of Fame in every level he played.
Right.
Right.
So there's no way you can leave him off.
One of them ones, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And he played every position on the O-line through his USC career.
It's big. That is big, sir. Yeah, so all of these, everybody on the offensive line got multiple All-American honors, trophy winners, including our last person on the line, Mr. Ryan Khalil. Ryan Khalil.
That offensive line, tough.
Yeah.
That offensive line is tough.
I still think Nebraska got about the best offensive line so far, and USC's might be right
Ooh,
behind them.
Ooh, gee, that's close. That's close.
Michigan got a hell of a line too, though. Go back
Dude,
and look at Michigan's line.
boy, these damn tackles for USC, boy.
Yeah, both of them got trophies and honors throughout. When you're talking about Vaselli,
Right.
When your offensive line has one of the award winners' name on it, you got a good offensive line. And remember, we was like, okay, this other cat, but no, you can't, man. There's some good offensive lines these last three teams.
It is.
yeah.
Nebraska's, Michigan's, and this USC line been pretty good. All right, kick returner. Rick, tell us why you chose who you chose over the rest.
So kick returner, you know, in isolation would have been Reggie Bush. I think we agree on that. But since he obviously was, you know, a choice at running back, and so we went with Curtis Conway. Curtis Conway had, you know, definitely more returns, punt and kick returns. You know, just as many yards as you know, pretty much just everyone else. So yeah, we got to go with Curtis Conway, man. He definitely was an electric returner, electric receiver, also in a low volume passing era, but he was definitely a an electric return man, and I think he'll bring something to this team.
Absolutely. When you talk about your kick return specialists, what we have been identifying is team players that are multiple, right? You know what I'm saying? We had a couple of different players over, you know, some of the different teams we had, but Curtis Conway definitely fit that bill. And if he get hurt, you just throw Reggie Bush back there and let him do what he do.
Right. Exactly.
His name is synonymous with speed, or at least that's what I think of when I hear his name. You talking about a first team All-American and a two-time first team All Pac-10 player in 91 and 92.
The track too. You're talking about track, right?
Just speed, period. Just speed.
He was an All-American sprinter on the track and field team, on USC's track and field team. So yeah, he was a burner.
And he had the high top fade with the kid in it. So
right.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I could have swore you selected him just because he played for the 49ers one year.
No, not just 1 year. I think he was really known for playing with the Bears.
Right.
Yeah, but he
not 1 year. Nah.
Hey, for all our listeners and viewers, this podcast is filled with 49er fans.
Bang, 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 bang.
And as you can see,
you see it?
Cowboy fan. Cowboy, you see it over there. I hate these dudes. I was gonna say the N-word, but I'm trying to change my life.
Me too, bro. I'm trying not to use it. It's hard though. But let's move on, bro. Defensive tackle.
Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta go back through the list.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, we gotta do that. Tell you all out of pocket, man. I'm gonna have to you're gonna have to find him, Jerry. He got to be fine.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm always on time. Wait a minute.
Hey, me too. So we're gonna go back through the list. Oh man, Jerry, please. You stop it.
Hold on.
Don't get me. No, we're going through the list. We ain't bringing. We're not bringing inner turmoil and strife to the public. Okay, we're keeping that on the low. All right. So our offensive unit consists starting at head coach. We got Mr. Pete Carroll. Our quarterback Matt Leinart. Did nobody choose but Fumble Sanchez, by the way. So he was nowhere near in the running. Matt Leinart at QB. RB1 and 2, Marcus Allen, Reggie Bush. You choose who you want to start. Marquise Lee at wide receiver. Keyshawn Johnson at wide receiver. Dwayne Jarrett at wide receiver. The venerable tight end, Fred Davis. Then we go through this line. We already said this was a great line. Tyron Smith, Tony Baselli. Then we got Bruce Matthews and Jeff Briegel. And at center, we got Ryan Khalil and our speed merchant. And on the kick return, Mr. Chris Conway. Fellas, which unit do you believe is the best?
Man, Man, between that running back room and the O-line.
Right.
Oh,
They work in conjunction. That whole thing right there.
Hey,
Running back and whole line.
you
Right.
better have some fast linebackers. If they hit that edge on a stretch play or an offensive tackle play or a toss sweep, but it's gonna be hell for your cornerbacks and safeties.
No doubt.
You better have somebody to set that edge.
I'm gonna go running back because both of these dudes is getting to the house. Both of these behind it. I know the line pushing, but man, both of these dudes getting to the house. Both of these backs are super talented.
Running
Heisman.
behind that offensive line. Whew, my God. You talking about speed.
Yeah.
Hey, what your boy used to say on the famous what was the most unknown coaches, the Bama dude? Speed. That's speed right there, buddy.
Yeah.
That is speed.
Yeah, they're a problem. That run game will be a problem for anybody. Any team they face, that's going to be a problem.
And then you got Marquise Lee on the outside, might hit you with a jet sweep or some shit or a reverse.
And
So
big body Keyshawn Johnson, yeah, that's going to be a problem, dog. They're a problem on offense.
Well, let's see if they can stop anybody.
Well, hold on. This offense so far to me is about the best offense we've probably put together.
It's the most balanced. It's the most balanced, I think. They've got balance. They don't have a real weakness for real, like some of the other.
They got a solid because Matt Leinart, even though he was
solid. I don't love him, but he's solid.
He's solid with it.
You
saw what he was able to do with that talent.
Right. And he showed you already he can play if he got talent around him. You know what I'm saying? So
if you can't get pressure up the middle, you ain't burning that edge too tough. You know what I'm saying? You ain't bringing nobody around the defensive end to beat the offensive tackle on the blind side or on the right side.
Right. So, and those may be more, just gave me an idea, G. Those may be more polls we had to put up on YouTube. Put each unit against each other and just do a poll. Which unit is the best? You know what I'm saying? And let the people vote. You know what I'm saying?
Through that. We'll talk about it offline.
Something to think on. You know what I'm saying? Let's move along, though, fellas. We got to get to this defense. Defensive tackles. What you got, JW?
Leonard Williams and Cedric Ellis at D tackle.
No doubt.
The fat boys.
Yeah.
As Michael Irvin like to call them.
Two-time All-American.
We got there you go. There you go.
17 sacks. So solid. Leonard Williams. I think I have. Hold on, let me find his. I got him down for 218 tackles, 21 sacks, 35 tackles for loss, two-time All-American, 13 and 14, 2014 Morris Trophy winner.
Unanimous in 2014, unanimous.
Yeah.
And like I said, Morris Trophy winner. Yep.
Right. When you pair him and Cedric Ellis together, you have a pretty good defensive line. As far as USC is concerned, these two are the top 10 defensive players of all time. And of course, again, this is since 1980, so we're leaving out some major hitters. We'll mention one when we get there, but great defensive tackles. Defensive ends, I'll go ahead and knock those out. We got Willie McGinnis and Kenichi Udeze.
Well, McGinnis, what I got now? I got him down for 29 sacks, All-American, two-time All-Pac-10 at the time. Udeze, I got 28 career sacks, 7 forced fumbles, 2003 All-American, Hendricks Award finalist in 2003.
Hey, no, Udeze got 14 career forced fumbles.
Got 14?
14.
I said 7. Okay. 14. My bad,
14.
Udeze. I shorted you by 7, bro.
Yeah, you shorted him big time.
Right, I'm saying I shorted him by 50%. My bad.
He led the NCAA with 16 and a half sacks in 2003. He was a force, man. Those again, he played on a lot of these players. A good number of these players played during that time when they was really a dominant team, man. So,
yep,
you know,
no doubt.
All right, so
that's a nice front. That's a nice front four.
Nice front four. Linebackers, Doc. hit us off with them linebackers, sir.
So obviously, we had to go. It was one pick that just jumped out. Junior Seau, obviously. Junior
In
Seau,
peace.
yeah, man. I mean, you know, that may or may not tell the whole story, but he was definitely All American, All Pac-10. High draft pick. Et cetera. And he just all around. He was one of those guys, even in the 80s, that pre-social media, pre-internet, you knew his name every time you watch USC football. It was gonna be Junior Seau. So yeah, definitely a choice. The other two, we went with Chris Claiborne and Ray Maulaga.
You mean to tell me you're gonna leave your boy off the list who got catfished?
Who?
Oh, I'm thinking about the wrong dude. That's Notre Dame.
Thinking about Notre Dame.
They got so many Hawaiian players, man. I got confused.
Take that part out.
We leaving that in. Leaving that in. I got confused, USC. They got so many Hawaiian players, man. I tried to make a joke, it didn't land right.
Hey, and we truly are old heads, America. So we have old head moments at times,
you know how it is.
Just had one, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, the old heads that's out there, the real old heads know when you got kids, you call all of them different names all the time. And what you say? You know who the hell I'm talking to.
Who the hell I'm talking
to. Another thing linked with Junior Seau is that number 55 at USC. They have what's considered the 55 club. So if you're in that number 55, you're considered a dope player. So with the two on our list, you're talking about Junior Seau and Willie McGinnis. That's right. a number they hold.
And Chris Claiborne. Chris Claiborne.
Another
shout out for you for your boy, man. I think you left this stat off, Dante. His junior year, 27 tackles for a loss, 19 sacks, and 12 breakups.
Damn.
2 fumbles recovered, and hey, he was a menace. Good night, menace.
Talk about that's just around the ball at all times.
Sir. All right, let's get into that secondary.
Sorry, USC. Yeah, I didn't have much to go on here.
You did that safety though. Don't
I'm talking about
quarterback.
I'm talking about cornerback. I'm talking about quarterback.
I hit the cornerbacks off.
Go ahead with the safeties though, Jerry.
Troy Polamalu and Mark Carrier is what we talking about. Troy Polamalu, 2-time All-American, 281 tackles, 29 for loss, 6 picks, 4 block punts, and 3 touchdowns in his career. So with those numbers, what we saw in the pros is what he was out there doing in college, just all over the field, making plays. Definitely a playmaker on defense when you're talking about Troy Polamalu. Mark Carrier, Jim Thorpe Award winner in 89, 2-time All-American, 88, unanimous in 89, 336 tackles, 13 interceptions, with just 6th all-time with the team. Not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Then we're going to go down the list of cornerbacks. We got Joey Browner, Will Poole, and Adoree Jackson. I think Adoree was probably listed as their best cornerback of all time. So we could probably mix these 3 up and put them at any position where you're going to put them at the star nickelback position or on the outside. Like Dante said, not the best cornerback group we've seen, but definitely not a shabby group.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Like I said, to me, that would probably be the corners will probably be the weakness of the group. What do y'all think is the strongest? What's the strongest?
Adoree did have he was a Thorpe Award winner. Sad we didn't go with Too bad we didn't go with Jason Sehorn.
And Adoree Jackson also gets some kudos for his return game with this squad. Kickoff return yards, 2,141, which is a USC career record. He has 4 touchdowns, which is tied for the record at USC.
And Joey Browner was
four
Joey
punt
Browner
returns.
would Joey Browner would probably get the nod at nickel at star because he also plays safety. So we would probably move him to the nickel back position, and we'll slide Adoree Jackson over to that star cornerback position, that lockdown, because he was, like you said, he was a Thorpe Award winner and definitely a talented cornerback at USC.
Yeah, his total touchdowns for his career read as such: 6 receiving touchdowns, 1 interception for a touchdown, and then 4 kickoff returns and 4 punt returns for a touchdown. So for
too bad his NFL career ain't panned out the way that a lot of people thought it would be.
Yeah,
he's still playing though, right? He's still playing at Tennessee, right?
Still in the league.
They in the league still.
All right, last position, fellas. This wasn't a long discussion. We had a couple different names, Quinn Rodriguez's and one other name I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I think we went with Andre Hidari. Did I get that right? Andre Hidari?
Yeah.
He beat out Ryan Helene, had a total of 334 to 329 points. Extra point percentage was about close, 96 to 97, or 96.9 to 97.8. But the field goal percentage for Andre was insane at 74% total. So we went with the most points, one of the higher field goal percentage kickers in USC history, played from 2011 to 2014.
Yes, sir. The USC Trojans.
All right, well, let's go back through that defense. We're going to list them off, and then, of course, we're going to talk about which is the stronger unit. All right, so on the defensive front, we got Willie McGinnis and Kenichi Udeze holding down them edges. In the middle, we got Leonard Williams and Cedric Ellis. Then we move over to the linebackers. We got ferocious group, Junior Seau and Chris Claiborne, along with Ray Maulaga. At safety, we have Troy Polamalu and Mark Carrier. And then the cornerbacks, we got Adoree Jackson, Will Poole, and Joey Browner. Solid. And kicking again is Andre Hidari. Solid group. Gentlemen, let us know. Is it the safety? Is it the secondary that's that strong? Which unit is gonna hold this team down and on the defensive front?
Man, it's tough.
We're gonna help stop these teams from scoring.
Front seven, no problem. Front seven could be a problem, and they talented in that front seven.
Right, and the safety's nice too. Them corners though, they scare.
Right, exactly.
I mean, they got pretty good pressure. I think of Willie McGinnis as less of a sack master and more of like an edge setter who can pressure. So it's going to be tough to run against this team, considering that they have a solid linebacking group. And then when you talk about safeties, Troy Polamalu, it's going to be tough to run on them. But if you got some burners and a great quarterback, then you can certainly see this team having an issue with stopping the pass if you got a team that like to throw the ball all the way around the field.
You're going to have to keep up with them scoring because I think they're going to score points.
Right. And with those corners, they probably can. Who would they be playing in the
first round?
That first round, we will have USC matched up against, let me give this, Oklahoma, Florida. Second round, USC versus LSU.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh.
Jamar
Chase, Justin Jefferson, and who we had? Josh Reed.
Oh, yeah. Talk about the wrong matchup. Ooh.
And they also had a solid offensive line. Probably not better than USC's, but
right.
Yeah, we had to look at that one. We'll have to look at that one.
That's gonna be interesting when we start looking at the matchups like that. Man, wow, that you talking about the perfect weapon for their weakness. That's crazy.
There's one thing LSU will be able to do is match up on them edges, baby. Maybe be able to match up on them wide receivers. Man, that's a good one. That'll be a good matchup.
Yeah,
That will be a great matchup.
I agree. That's not bad at all. Well, any last words, fellas, before we get out of here on this episode?
Right on.
Reggie Bush and Marcus Allen at running back. Man.
They might get a couple of 80, 90-yard runs.
Man, that's tough.
And then receiving out the back. Hey, man, this USC team tough, dog. On offense, this USC team tough.
You talking about both backs make you miss.
Right.
Golly, that's tough, man.
Well, thank you for joining us on this episode, Trash Talking with the Old Heads. We'll be back on the next episode where we will be doing the Oklahoma Sooners. Thank y'all for joining us. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Trash Talking with the Old Heads. We out.
Hit the button.